Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It is me, it is I, it is she, it is her, it is the, it is who, it is Rosie Rosette 2020. Pow. Listen, okay, let's just jump right into it. So, you're looking, I'm cooking on Christmas, or I was doing something. And then I'm like, I'm seeing Wiley, Tasha K, and Armon Wiggins. And I'm just like, what's going on? So I think I got the video where our Wiley was on, I guess it was like a 5 hour video on um construction TV. Who's the guy with the hair that's like this and he always wears it like this? Conscious TV. Okay. So Conscious is a man, he's gay. Wiley's gay. Um a part of the community. Armon. They're Conscious, Wiley, and Armon. They're a part of the community. And then there's Tasha K. Okay. So I guess I didn't see that 5 hour video. There's no way in the world I'm looking at anybody for 5 hours unless I'm getting paid. And I'd have to get paid big bucks to look at someone for 5 hours. Or, if I'm on a plane ride or if I'm falling asleep or something. And yeah, I just, that attorney, he does those 5 hour videos. Listen, I got too much life in me. I can make my own videos for 5 hours. Anyway, apparently I think there was a panel and I think they were on Wally's panel, but it was, I think it's two ladies and a gentleman, or two gentlemen and a lady. And actually, Wiley has suggested that I come on there. Okay, we're going to get back to that. So, anyway, apparently they were going at Wiley for some reason, and then Wiley started clapping back. But then he started clapping back at Tasha. But I think Tasha's assistant got into it, and so she was going after Wiley, and her and Wiley was going back at it. Okay, so moving forward, okay, so then Tasha and Wiley, and I think Armand got into it, and Armand was trying to say that Wiley doesn't need Tasha, whatever. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, you know what? I don't have 10 hours to. I only got like 10 minutes, and two of them is taken up with that. Okay, so I've had interaction with Armand Wiggins. Armand basically did the same thing, and I told him on the phone. I was his rah rah rah, but something happened with Armand and Tasha, and Armand thought that him and Tasha were friends, and something went down, and Tasha was like, "No, we're not friends. We're just associates." I think allegedly Armand got his feelings hurt. Okay, fine. We all get our feelings hurt. Business is business. And I think Tasha was saying, "Okay, it's business, business." Anyway, there was some type of miscommunication because Armand and Tasha, they were kind of close or whatever, and then some. Oh, 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 oh. Who's the guy? Who's the old guy with the herbs and minerals and everything like that? And he passed away, or they killed him, or something like that. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so Tasha thought that this was gonna land her, whatever, which it really didn't do much or whatever. But they had contacted Armand, and then Tasha was saying, okay, well, don't do any videos until 7 days after I have done the original video because that's gonna, mess up the flow or whatever the art, whatever. So Armand got mad because I think did Mona Simone get into this or whatever. Anyway, there was so much blow up or whatever. So anyway, Armand got into his feelings because he thought that Tasha was trying to regulate, his or destroy his thing because I think apparently Tasha did something similar to Mona Simone. Okay, so anyway, this was like 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, maybe. All right, Armand got into Tasha like you would not believe. Now, ironically, the same thing that Armand did to Tasha, in a matter of speaking, Wiley is doing the same thing. Okay, so anyway, get back to Armand. So Armand, when I tell you he got into Tasha's what time is it? He got into Tasha's ass so bad. I was like, boy. And we were all happy for Armand because Tasha was about to take him under her wing. and, expose him the same way that she did Storm. Okay, that's what I think she could have did that for Armon Wiggins. But for whatever reason, when that Dr. Sabi, when that thing with Dr. Sabi exploded, oh my God. I mean, Armand got into his feelings so bad and he drugged Tasha. And I was just like, wow. And then he was talking about how Tasha wouldn't share, her equipment and blah, 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 blah. Okay, that was a couple years ago. I think he was only at like 10,000 or 5,000 or 500. He was at a low number, maybe 3,000. And then he just, he started exploding. I think it was because Tasha put him on. He doesn't want to believe that. But the way he tore into that woman, it was just ridiculous. I was like, ooh. Like, how would anybody want to take him under his wing, her wing, when something falls out, he goes after him. Now, mind you, now that I think about it, same thing happened with T.S. Madison because apparently her and Armand, they were on the phone, da 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 da. And then I guess Thanksgiving or Christmas, I think it was Thanksgiving came around and she didn't invite him to her house for Thanksgiving. And he was like, I think he was homeless allegedly, or, he just wasn't doing good. And letting, stuff happens or whatever. But, he was just like, well, dang, how is it that me and you are cool? We're talking, I'm spilling my heart out and everything that's going on. I'm not doing bad, or, I don't know if he was homeless or, I think he was on his way back to California because, life had just got him. And that happens. That happens. When you're young, old, you could be on drugs. Anything can happen. Okay. So anyway, but he was just like, well, dang, why you didn't invite me to your house? Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Okay. So they came out. Him and T.S. Madison, they had it out. The thing about Armand is he can drag. Like, the only person that I've seen, well, no, it's two people. Kaya. Kaya can drag. And that dark black man. Ooh, he's just, ugh. He's way worse than Kevin Samuels. Ooh, he a little short, dark, evil little something. Oh my goodness, I can't even think of his name. I don't even want to bring up his name on my channel. That's how dark he is. I mean, he's dark skinned, but mentally, his spirit is very dark. And he sits at a desk with a microphone like a radio jockey would. I don't even want to deal with him. Okay, so anyway, moving forward. Okay, so that broke down. Tasha and Armand broke down. Armand, okay. So then Tasha got another mentee who was Storm Monroe. Okay, I don't know, he came from Arizona, whatever. Okay, so Tasha put him on. I think he said he had 536. Well, that's how much I got now. But he had 500 or 436 subs. Now Storm has, I think, 200,000 subs. Okay, and Tasha did, push him on the way. I think she trained him and groomed him and all that, spoke about him or whatever. But it's another person that Tasha had took under her wing, and that was 7 Stars. Yeah, I used to look at a lot of Beef Sector. I'm not a part of the Beef Sector because they be doing too much. But 7 Stars was also one of Tasha's, I don't know, mentees or whatever. Now, and when I say mentees, now she didn't do this for Armon Wiggins, but she got a lot of crap for this. But I'm assuming she did this for Storm, but I know she sent 7 Stars some equipment. Okay. I don't know what happened to 7 Stars. I know Storm, after the Jaguar Wright interview, he just blew up. He went well past 100,000, I think. Now he's at 200,000. Okay. So Storm is good, okay? But Storm follows direction. I don't know what's going on with 7 Stars. I don't follow her no more. I don't even know why I don't. Because I used to like her a lot. But you know what? That whole beef sector. Okay. Beef sector. Okay. Let's move forward. Now, Wiley. I've seen a lot of Wiley from the beef sector. Something happened. VS. Now VS and her crew got Wiley a car. I think they allegedly got Wiley a down payment for a car. I think they raised $2,000 for it. That was VS, who has not been on YouTube for I think 1 or 2 years. That's a whole nother spirit that I don't even want to touch. When VS was a mess, beautiful woman, just naturally beautiful, not makeup and wigs and everything. No, just beautiful. Very spirited. Sometimes mean, sometimes not mean. Whatever. She was just a whole nother. Like VS could have her whole entire, just her whole entity of network. Just she was a lot, just a lot. Ooh, honey VS. But anyway, she ended up attacking somebody at Denny's or something on New Year's Eve or something like that. The girl, so whoever she attacked, they took her to court, and the judge said that VS can't be on the internet for 3 years. I think that's 2 years. When that third year comes, y'all watch out, because VS, she's a hot mess. Now that's the one that went to TS Madison, one of her venues, and complained because there was chicken bones and nothing to drink at her venue at TS Madison when she was on tour, and she wanted a refund. And I told TS Madison, I said, listen, leave that one alone. Just go ahead and give her refund and call it a day. No, she didn't want to listen to me. She didn't want to listen to me. I don't even know if she read it. I don't care. Anyway, so I told you the fact that Wiley got money for, because Wiley used to walk to work. That's what he was doing on some of his videos. He would be walking in the middle of the night or in the middle of the morning or whatever to work. I think he's a CNA or something like that. Now Wiley does have a past, as we all do, as we all do. Apparently it was either in Chicago or Dallas. I'm not exactly sure. He tore up an entire library or some portion of a library, and I think it was on the news or whatever. Now, Wiley has his issues, and I'm just gonna leave it there because, listen, you want to know anything about him, you go ask him or whatever. So apparently, Wiley was in Atlanta. How he got to Atlanta, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if Tasha paid for him to go to Atlanta. I don't know if he was in Atlanta and he called Tasha up. Okay, so when he was in Atlanta, I'm not exactly sure when. I think this was last year, whatever. I don't know. I don't know if it was last weekend or last year. Um, Tasha, I guess they had some agreement that, he was going to come over her house and do an interview or do something. Okay, so hold up. Hold up. Okay, no, let me just continue and then I'll give my opinion. Whatever. Okay, so apparently that didn't happen because Tasha, Wiley had a +1. And Tasha did not want the +1 at her house, not at a restaurant where they were meeting at, not at a hotel where they got a room. No, not at a public venue. Tasha did not want the +1 at her. She didn't know who the +1 was. Okay. So I know I'm missing a whole lot of whatever. Okay. So anyway, so what I saw was Wiley was on his show talking about, oh, well, everybody was like, oh, and this one lady, I don't even know what her name is, but she has to like dominate the whole show and talking about how, Wiley, I'm an IT specialist, and, if you need anything or whatever, I can help you. You don't need Tasha, da 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 da. And so, Wiley's just listening, and he's, doing his little speech or whatever. But, people are just calling because some people, it's an old woman, Miss Taylor, Miss Brown or something like that. And she was like, look, Wiley, you need to not bite the hand that feeds you. I mean, there's people who were saying, no, you should leave Tasha. It was most of them saying that. And then there was an older crowd saying, no, that's not what you want to do. Okay, so that's what I saw. Now, I'm going to give my opinion on the whole entire gamut. I think everybody's wrong. I think everybody's wrong. I think Tasha's wrong. I think Wiley's wrong, and I think Armon Wiggins is wrong. That conscious TV, I think he did disrespect Wiley when he came on to his show cursing. Because if you don't want people to curse on your show, don't come on somebody else's cursing. Because I guess monetization, money wise, monetizing, whatever, when you curse, you don't get monetized. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not monetized. I barely even got any subscribers, but I do. I am happy about my subs. Anyway, now I have had somewhat of a run in because I told you that Wiley was like, oh, you know what? I want you to be on Three Men and a Lady, get in touch with me, da, da, da. And then he was talking mess about me. And I was just like, because he called me something wig. But he was talking, I was like, well, wait. So I made a video about checking him, like, how, because I DM'd him. I'm like, how you going to say this or whatever? So I said all that to say, Wiley is two-faced. He two-faced. I mean, he cool. And, I think he plays on people because of his issues and his one eye. Now, Armon Wiggins, when Armon broke off that relationship with Wiley, oh my God, Armon used to read Wiley. I think he used to call him Snake Eye. Oh my goodness, like Armon just does too much. He reminds me of my father. My father used to be able to read people. Oh my good, he would make you cry. He would make you laugh, but if you're the person that he was targeting, he would make you cry. Anyway, so I think everybody's wrong, and I'm gonna tell you why. Armon is wrong because way back, and I'm not saying nothing that I ain't said to each one of them. I've told Armon how I felt about him. I've told Wiley. I did a video and I DM'd him, and he was like, oh, I don't know you. I was like, I didn't ask you if you know me, but this is da-da-da-da. And you did ask me to be on Three Men and a Lady. And then I told Tasha, actually, I told Tasha about how she was on Wiley's show about Jaguar Wright. I don't know if she knew it was me or not, but I'm the one that got into her, I think, twice. I think I called in and I was talking mess about it. And then she was talking to Wiley, and she had people call in, and I called back in and told her how it was, and she was like, oh, whatever. But she was, she was nice because she was on Wiley's show, whatever. She didn't dig onto me. She was just like, but I read her. So, and then I told Wiley, so I'm not being two-faced, okay? It is how it is. Anyway, I think Armon is wrong because he just goes too far. He goes too far. I mean, the way he dragged Tasha, her kid, her husband, her ethics, it was just like, really? But then Armon got cool with Jason Lee. Armon got cool with Lovely T. Armon got cool with Cardi B. All three of those people don't fuck with Tasha. So it's like, okay, so it's Tasha K, Nicki Minaj. Tasha K and Nicki Minaj. I don't know if they're still cool or not. But then it's Cardi B, Lovely T, Jason Lee, and Armon Wiggins. It's like either you on one side or you on the other. Okay. Now, Wiley, I should do a chart on this. Wiley was getting mentored by Tasha K. So you see what I'm saying? So now it's Tasha K, Nicki Minaj, and Wiley. And 7 Stars and Storm Monroe. Okay, here we go. So it's Tasha K. The big star is Nicki Minaj. Then there's Storm Monroe. And then there's Wiley. And then there's 7 Stars. I don't know if they should. And then on this side, there's Lovely T. The big star is Cardi B. And then there's Armon Wiggins. And then, Jason Lee. And then Armon Wiggins. Okay. So you see there's like 2 teams. Okay. So Wiley went over to Tasha K's side because he got mentored. Okay. Well, Tasha K sent him a camera. Tasha K sent him a camera. Sent 7 Stars a camera. And I'm assuming Storm Monroe camera. Okay, whatever. All right. So Storm Monroe is where Storm Monroe and Armon Wiggins, they're like at each other. And then Tasha K and Jason Lee, they're, well, Jason Lee and Lovely T are kind of, on. No, 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 no. It's Lovely T and Tasha Williams, because Jason Lee doesn't have um, as big of an influence in the numbers like Tasha K and Lovely T. Okay, and then the stars is, Nicki Minaj on Tasha's side and Cardi B. So you see how the teams, West Coast and East Coast, you know what I'm saying? All right. Armand totally went into Tasha when he felt, I mean, he just drug her and drug her, drug her. And her husband, and I think allegedly her son, whatever. And it was a whole bunch of people who dragged Tasha K. And I got on them, especially, who's that high yellow one? Oh, she like went into a demon. I mean, like, oh my God, I don't even want to mention her. Sweetie Pie or Sweetie Tea. Real angelic, just high yellow, just, oh, okay, that's a whole nother video. Anyway, our mom was wrong for going into Tasha like that. It's like, okay, dude, like, we understand that you mad that you didn't have that friendship that you thought and it was just business or whatever. Okay, you learn. But um, Armon Wiggins, he's up there now. Okay. Tasha K is wrong. Because you keep fucking up like this. Like, you get these mentees and then they turn on you. They turn on you. They turn on you. Like, I remember this was like 3 or 4 years ago. We all in the chat because we was under Tasha K's video or whatever. And then someone was like, oh, her and Lovely T ain't cool. And they're like, what you talking about? And then someone was like, listen, you'll find out they're not cool anymore. I think this is when Lovely T had some type of, was it a mental breakdown or something like that? And we're like, come on, let's stop lying or whatever. And we're just all like in the chat, because it used to be fun being in the chat or whatever. I don't know what. I think I had got off of Facebook for like 9 months and I was just really into YouTube. And so then I was a serious one. I mean, like, oh, I still love Tasha K, but I was like, pfft. I used to call her, be like, get this shit together. I just talk shit on her, like, get this fucking sound together. I used to call her, to her answering server. I never talked to her in person through her line, only through Wiley's line. Anyway, Tasha K is wrong. Why you having people come to your house? You got kids. Yes, I know you got a husband. I'm sure y'all got protection, whatever. But now that you're up, you need to get something outside of your house. You don't invite everybody to your home. Okay, I know you got, in her house is huge now, but you don't want to invite everyone to your home. Now, I know that's a business write-off and all that, but not when you got kids. I mean, yeah, Wiley is nice on TV and everything. Would I invite him to my home? Not when I have kids. But you know what? No, I wouldn't, because I don't invite people to my home. Like, if you're business and you're up like that, meet him at an office. Like, and they were saying, oh, she invited all these plus ones to her home or whatever. No, I remember she would invite them to some studio that she would rent out. Remember how she likes to talk all sexy and, like this. I hate when she does that. I absolutely hate it when she does that. But anyway, nah, you're wrong for that. Now, Wiley is wrong for getting mad that she didn't want that plus one to come to her house. Her house. How you gonna tell somebody that, it's okay for someone to bring someone to your house? I mean, I can understand it was a little kid, but an adult, Tasha don't know who that plus one is, and that might be your, what do you call the people that take care of your channel while you're doing the thing? That might be one of yours, but if she don't know, you don't know what type of investigations Tasha does on people before she invites them to her house. And she's wrong for inviting people to her house, but that's her house. And if she doesn't want people to come to her house, that's her prerogative. See, Wiley, if you had a house and kids and a wife or a husband or however you want to do it or whatever, you would understand. But see, you ain't got no house. You ain't got no kids. You ain't got no significant other. You know what I'm saying? You just winging it. So, and obviously you're winging it because you don't have social graces and enough to know that you don't invite others to other people's house without their permission, especially if they're saying, no, I don't want A, B, C, D, E, F, and G to come to my house because I don't know them. You don't force that upon someone. I remember my ex best friend brought this bitch to my house. I don't even like this bitch. She didn't even tell me she was bringing someone. I was like, what? What? You don't bring, bitch, you better be glad you can get in. But don't bring nobody else, especially if I don't like this bitch. How the hell you gonna bring somebody I don't even like to my house? You and her will get cursed out. And get the fuck on. That's what you will get. But anyway. Oh, I didn't like her. But that's a whole nother video. And I think I did something like that because she was like, okay, I'm not even going to get into that. But I wish a motherfucker would tell me, oh, it's cool, she cool, you know. No, as many burglaries and people get murdered and looted and, you know, carjackings and, you know, stealing kids or whatever. You really don't even need to invite nobody to your house. But especially if you tell someone, no, you can come, but she can't come. Like, Wiley, how are you going to justify being mad that somebody doesn't want somebody that they don't know? They don't even know you. And that's another thing. Tasha has not met Wiley in person. Tasha has not met Armon. Nobody has met anyone in person except on YouTube and on the phone. Out of these three, Tasha, Armon, and Wiley. Wiley hasn't met Armon. Wiley hasn't met Tasha. You know, it's like, come on now. The proper thing to do, Tasha should have met Wiley at a coffee shop, at a Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? At Safeway, somewhere, at McDonald's, somewhere. But not, you don't invite people you don't know to your house. Like, you know, everybody knows that Wiley has a history. Hell, Tasha has a history. Our mom probably got a history too. You know, we all got history. But you don't know, like, they could be like casing your house. Okay, well, she got this here, she got this there. You know, da da da. And I understand that your house is well protected. But still, you don't invite people just on GP. And I mean, I know y'all in the South or whatever. See, up north, we don't get down like that. You ain't coming. No, we ain't. No. We can meet at a store. With it, like, and that's the problem. Like, and I'm not talking about Tasha and all that, but like these women inviting these men. You know, they got kids. Oh no, no, no. You just can't do that nowadays. You can't invite people, and you can't demand that someone come with you to their house. No. But, you know, they're all, Tasha and Wiley are both wrong because, Tasha, you're older. You're more mature. You should have said, you know what? I'll meet you, you know, I'll take you guys out to a drink or, you know, for dinner or whatever, and we'll meet. We'll meet up there. We'll meet up there. Let me just meet you and see how your vibe is. But you don't invite nobody to your house, you know, just, oh, yeah, I know you're on YouTube. Oh, no, 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 no. Did you just hear about that girl? Beautiful girl. She met some white man, older white man online or whatever. They hooked up or whatever. She's dead. She's dead. See, you can't invite nobody. Don't trust nobody. You and Tasha, you were completely right. No, you nor her can't come. So now, so Wiley was talking all this stuff about Tasha. And, you know, it's about, you know, it's a way how gay men, how they drag. They have this certain skill to drag. Armon and oh, it's another one. He's from Cleveland and he lives in Texas now. Ooh, he could drag. He's from the beach sector. Ooh, oh, he could drag. He's way better than Armon. Oh my God, he is like the captain of the drag. Oh my God, he's good. I'm not talking about that Rick guy. No, this guy, he's from, is it Cleveland? No, it's not Cleveland. It's from the Midwest. He's gay. It's something about these gay guys when they can try. Even T.S. Madison, you know, she's a gay woman. Well, whatever. Oh, but they can drag. I mean, but nobody can drag like Kaya. Nobody. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. But that guy from the Midwest, what is, I haven't seen him in a while. Anyway, it's just not cute, but ironically, Wiley did the same thing that Armand did. But only thing is, Armand didn't get a camera from Tasha. Wiley did. And then he's going to talk mess about someone who gave him a camera. Now, all she wanted was, she didn't want, because of all the drama, she didn't want to have be on the same video or caption as Armand Wiggins, Tasha and Armand Wiggins. Okay, now if I'm not fucking with you, okay, I give a fuck what you want. Like my cousin, she's cute, but there was a picture and she was like, "Oh, take it down." She didn't ask me to take it down. She told me, "You don't tell me. You're younger than me. You asked me, politely, hey, cause I was looking rough. Can you do that?" And I ain't got no problem deleting it or whatever. But it's the way she did, girl. And then she wanted to fight and all this. Like, you know what? She blocked me, but I'm glad, cause that's just ghetto. You want to fight me and go to jail over a picture on Facebook? And I mean, she's a beautiful girl, but I guess she wasn't as glamorous as she normally is, and she just had a fit, and she was like, "Oh, when I see you on site or whatever, you want to go to jail?" Actually, I'm about to see her on the 7th. I'll have 911 ready. Come on. You want to find me over a picture on Facebook? Okay, let's go. You'll be at 850. Brian. Anybody know from San Francisco? I'm representing. Y'all know. Anyway, so everybody's wrong. Tasha should have met them people at the restaurant. Um, Wiley was wrong, because if you y'all got the west side, east side, um, battle or whatever. Wiley, you picked it. You on Tasha's team. If Tasha asks you, if that's your crew, and she asks you, "Look, Wiley, is it possible you not have my name with him, because we ain't cool?" That's just like Young Dolph, and who's the other Memphis guy? Um, they said that he was allegedly has something to do with it. Like, you don't put them in the same thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, you just wouldn't do that. And that's all Tasha was saying. But Wiley's kind of out there. Yeah. But then I'm like, did they all construe this so that they could, this was Christmas, it was kind of slow, and they were trying to get clicks and views? Because let me tell you, have you realized that Tasha and Armon, they both got their teeth done in Colombia around the same time? When Tasha turned her office into blue, or her background into blue, Armand did the same thing, same time. So I don't know if they're in cahoots on the under or whatever. But anyway, this was a whole mess. And it's about respect. And it's about loyalty. Wiley, if that's your crew and you picked, the east side, Tasha, Nicki Minaj, and da 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 da, then you need to be loyal. If she asks you, "Okay, don't do that," then you be like, "You know what, you my girl, no, no problem. No problem." Now, if I asked him to do that, I can, I would understand. I'd be like, because I'm not a part of his crew. I don't have any loyalty. He doesn't have any loyalty to me. That's just how it is. So I just, Wiley, you messy as hell. I mean, Armand is messy. Tasha's definitely messy. But Wiley is like, he plays on this innocence, and like the older women love that. But that I go on the other side, and his issues and all that. He's a lot smarter. Who is that? Darn it, what is his name? Low Tolerance. Is that his name? God, he's from the beef sector. Oh my God. He says that Wiley's a lot smarter than he alludes to be. And he plays on people for that. So, everyone's like, "Oh, Wiley, it's okay. You don't need Tasha. We'll help you," or whatever. Wiley knows what he's doing. Wiley knows exactly what he's doing. he might have some mental issues, but he ain't got no intelligence. I mean, he can't verbalize correctly like dad and acts. The way he talks, I'm just like, but he's not formally educated, so I understand that. But oh my goodness, no, don't let Wiley fool you. They all messy, but they all wrong. Everybody's wrong. Tasha, Wiley, Armon, and people are trying to tell Wiley, listen, don't bite the hand that feeds you, but he doesn't understand. And that's what being useful, young is all about. But he gonna have to learn the hard way because Tasha was like, I'm not fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you. And believe me, when she says that, she means it. When she cuts you off, it's gonna hurt. It's a whole, probably about 30,000 people who would love to be menteed by Tasha K. And you had that chance, and but you messed up on it. I don't think she's gonna ever fuck with you again. But good luck. Bye.